Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be testing some of the I Heart Revolution and Shrek collaboration makeup collection. Today specifically I'm going to be focusing on this big palette from the collection here. It's called the Happily Ever After palette. This is what the eyeshadow palette looks like. It's got 30 pans inside and you've got lovely packaging on the outside. It basically sums up the collection, this palette, which is why I picked it up. I think it did retail at £20, and then you've got the characters on the back and you've got the little preview as well of all the eyeshadow pans. And to be honest, this colour story really spoke to me. I thought it looked beautiful. Today I will also be testing the Fiona Transformation Lip Balm. The packaging looks like this, and there was a collection of 4 lipsticks, so I will be using those throughout my testing videos. And I also have got a separate lipstick video going up just showing the lipsticks from the collection, so if you want to see that I will leave that linked below. This Fiona lipstick was the one that excited me the most. It's a transformation one, so it basically changes colour depending on your pH. This is what the packaging looks like. It's very golden and green. I think it looks very regal. It looks really nice. I enjoy the aesthetic of the lipsticks in this collection. I think they're really well thought out. Inside you've got the most fantasy lipstick I've ever seen in my life. It's bright Shrek green and it's a pH colour changing lip balm, so this one is going to react differently depending on what your pH levels are. So I'm going to swatch it on my hand now. I did swatch it a little bit earlier, so I'm going to pop another one down here for you and we'll see the colour change there. Hopefully there you can see the pink appearing as it's sort of soaking into my skin, and I think it's such a beautiful colour, so I'm going to be using that with the Happily Ever After palette today. I think aesthetic wise as well, this is the most Shrek thing from the collection. I just think it's so cute. I'm going to start by popping this lipstick on my lips and then we're going to get straight into the Happily Ever After eyeshadow palette. Ooh! Obviously, because this is a lip balm, it's going to be slightly more glossy and just balmy than the other ones. The others are actual lipsticks. The formula does feel really nice. I'm very happy with the way that feels on the lips. And that colour. I'm loving that colour. I definitely think this is one that I'm going to be reaching for. And I kind of wish I got another one as well, because I know I'm going to use my way through this. But that is what makeup's for. It's for enjoying. So I'm very happy I managed to get this. I really like the colour. Now I've got the Fiona Transformation Lip Balm on my lips. I'm going to go straight in with the eyeshadow now. As you can see, the eyeshadow palette is one of the larger ones from the collection. Really was attracted to the colour story in this one, so I'm going to show it you now. This is what the outside of the packaging looks like. That's the front, and then that's the back. Inside, when you open it up, you've got a Shrek shaped mirror, which is really cool. And then inside, you've got this beautiful eyeshadow palette. So I am going to do the swatches for you. Just straight off the back, I love the colour of the pink ones that are over here. And I think the green is absolutely beautiful as well. There's a really nice array of shimmers and mattes in here. So let's get to swatching. I'm not going to lie, I've just swatched all 30 shades up my arm. So I'm going to show you those now. This is the I Heart Revolution and Shrek Happily Ever After eyeshadow palette. This is what the palette looks like, and I'm going to show you the swatches now. As you can see, there are a lot of swatches on this arm. For those of you who don't know, I have a fear of the inside of my wrist, so that's why these swatches are on the top of my arm. It just enables me to do makeup videos. So here are the swatches. I have to say this is the most rainbowy palette I think I've got in my collection. It looks like the only thing they're missing is a yellow, but really the golds could pass as that. Formula wise, a lot of them were quite pale, so I did have to sort of double swatch them. But I mean, this pink in the middle, that is absolutely blinding. There's a lot of really nice shades in here. I really like the pale pink sort of shimmery one here. And then there's loads of colours in here that you could make different eye looks with. There's blues, greens, pinks, there's oranges, purples, everything. I really think this palette, you could do almost any look you want with it, and I'm very excited to test it out. It almost seems quite sad having to wash these swatches off, but I think they just show you how many looks you could get from this palette. They're beautiful. As I said, you did have to press in a few of them a bit harder than some of the other ones, and some of them did need double swatches, but the colour story in this is so varied. I really think this palette is going to appeal to a lot of people just because there's so many looks you could do with it, and the shimmers are absolutely stunning. And just looking back at the lipstick, I think that's such a pretty colour. I've just primed my eyes using the Revolution Ultimate Eye Base. Now we're going to test the eyeshadow palette. Looking at the palette itself, there's so much to choose from. I really want to test out the purple definitely in the middle, and I kind of want to do a pinky look over here, but then some of me is thinking it's a Shrek collection. Should I be doing a Shrek look? But I am wearing a pink top today, so I think what I'm going to do is do a pinky look with some purple and use this shade as well. So let's get on with it. I'm going to take my angled spectrum brush and I'm going to go in with this shade here. On the swatches and on my finger, this is a very pigmented pink, so I'm going to try and be quite light-handed with it, but I'm going to pop it in the wing. I think the nice thing about this palette is that there is much more than green in here, so even if you love Shrek but you don't like green eyeshadow, you can still have a part in the collection. This is a very powerful pink. This colour payoff is really good on this pink though. As I said, some colours in the palette took quite a while to get to work on the skin, but it just means that it's a varied formula in there, I think. Just going to pop some in the crease. And that is the start of my eyeshadow look. So I'm going to do the same on the other side now. I'm going to go back in the pink. I am left-handed as well, so I don't know if anyone's noticed my arm positioning. It's sometimes a bit weird, but we've got to do what we've got to do. The colour that is on my eye at the moment, I just can't get over how bright it is. What I'm going to do is take a fluffy brush and I'm going to go in the paler pink and we're just going to dust out the top. I'm going to go in this one here. So on my finger, the colour looks like this. Pretty much matches the makeup brush and the bobble I've got going on, and my wall, to be honest, and my top. So I'm going to dust that over the top of my eye. Sometimes this just helps blend the colour into your lid a little bit more, and with me, I've not really got a steady hand, so it just helps. And what I do love about makeup is that it's really fun and it's just about playing about and experimenting, and I think I Heart Revolution is really good at creating products that encourage playing with makeup. I really like that. I'm going to go in with the pastel pink that I used to just blend out my eyes, and I'm going to pop that on the inner corner. Looking at that on my eyelid, it is a good shade to blend in with the pink that I've just used. I just think it is quite pale, so what I might do is just take it over the centre of my lid, and then I'm going to pop some colour on the inner corner. I'm going to do the same on the other side. That's what I've got on my eyes so far. It's very pinky. What I'm going to do is go in with this blue that's here, and then we're going to add some purple. This is what the matte blue looks like on my finger, so I'm going to pop it on the inner corner now. Just going to blend it over the crease as well. I have got a bit of fallout, so I'm going to see to that with a clean brush. Whenever I get fallout, I just take a clean brush and sort of dab under my eyes. When using this blue, I am finding it's not as bright as it looks in the pan. I think maybe you've got to layer it up quite a bit, but it is a very nice colour once it shows up. What I'm going to do as well is just take the blue over the top of the eyelid just to drag the colours together. And I'm going to do the same on the other side now. I'm really excited to see what other people do with this eyeshadow palette. I definitely want to give a green look a go, so just because I'm testing it out with the blues and the pinks and the purples today doesn't mean I'm not going to try it again. I'm intending to do several videos with this. And that's what makeup's about anyway. It's about going back in your collection. You don't just get it for one video, so I'm going to have a lot of experimenting. I'm going to use this lighter purple, which is like a violet colour here. It looks like this on my finger and it's so pretty. I just can't wait to see what it looks like. I'm going to pop that in the centre of the lid there, just over the baby pink that we did, and then over the hot pink a little bit as well, just to blend it. I really love that colour combination. I'm going to do the other side as well. I guess with the colours in here you could do lots of different fairy tale looks, because the colours I do believe are taken from all the characters, so there's lots of different ideas in here. That's what I've got so far. I'm going to go in with a pink shimmer now. There's a couple we've got in the corner here, so I'll show you what they look like. We've got two pink shimmers in the palette. This one's a lot hotter and then this one's slightly paler, so what I'm going to do is go in with the hotter one. The brighter one is this in the top corner just here. So I'm going to pop it on with my finger. I'm just going to take it over the wing just to give it a little bit of shimmer. I really like that. That's what the eyeshadow look looks like so far. I am going to take some more colours now. There is actually a blue shimmer in here, which I'm going to use on the inner corner. This one is appearing very blinding, so I'm interested to see what it'll look like. I'm going to just pop it on the inner corner. I feel like this one's a lot more pigmented than the other shimmers I've just used, but we can blend it out with a clean finger and see what happens. Ooh, I might have to go over my purple again just because I feel like the colours mushed a little bit, but that's okay. I really like those colours. I'm going to go back over the purple just again. I'm going to take my finger in the purple pan and then just pop that on the centre of my eyelid. Sometimes colours take a while to build up, and especially if you're going back and forth with different kind of colours, sometimes you can lose other ones and you can always go back and fill them out a little bit. That's normally what I do anyway. It's all about experimenting. I really like that. Next, I'm going to take my waterline brush. I'm just going to use this little one here. I'm going to go in this pastel pink here and then just drag it under my waterline near the hot pink. I am going to do the same on the other side with my waterline. I'm going to take some of this blue and pop it on the inner corner. I really like the look of that. I want to take some of the purple over the top now. The two purples in the palette are very polar opposites. So you've got a really dark one and a really pale one. Kind of wish there was a matte purple in here, but there isn't, so we move. I'm going to take one of my smaller fluffy brushes and I'm going to go in this pink here. And I'm just going to gently dust it over the top. Just topping the purple up in the centre now, and then I think we're nearly done. This one has reminded me of Sleeping Beauty's dress. I'll pop a picture on the screen so you know what I mean. Finally, I'm going to take this little colour here. This looks like it would make a good inner corner highlight, so I'm going to give it a go now. That's really nice. And take a fluffy brush just to make it a bit more subtle. And then over here as well. I kind of want to put some of that on the inner actual corner, so just in here a little bit. I feel like it might lighten it up a little bit. It's made the shade look a bit more icy, I like that. I'm going to pop some of the Rem Beauty mascara on. And that is my finished eyeshadow look using the iHeart Revolution and Shrek Happily Ever After eyeshadow palette. I think it's probably a very good example of this palette being able to do lots of different looks. So yes, it's Shrek themed, but there's lots of colours in here. There's so much you can do with it. And as soon as I saw this palette online, I fell in love with it. I mean, look at those shimmers. They're so glowy. They're beautiful. And the colour payoff is really nice. I just think there's so many things you could do with this. There really is a look for everybody. There's so many colours. And I'm definitely going to be dipping back into this palette quite a lot and just experimenting and doing different looks with it, because I think those greens and the golds would look beautiful together. There's purple looks, you could do blue looks. I think the Fiona lipstick as well is really nice. It's held out really well throughout the video. Love the packaging, I think it's adorable. This is really cute as well. I think it's a really nice feature that it's green to go with the Shrek theme. And yeah, I'm just very happy with this. Really happy with this collection. If you want to see me test more products from the iHeart Revolution Shrek collection or iHeart Revolution in general, then please subscribe, because I am uploading daily at the moment and I'm loving it with all my heart. I also upload other makeup testing videos as well, so if that's your kind of thing, then you might like my channel. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more, you can follow me on Instagram. That's at Zoe Glitter, Zoe with a Y, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!